Ich freue mich ganz besonders, heute zum zweiten Mal Sam Osmanagich begrüßen zu dürfen. Hallo. Das Interview wird auf Englisch geführt und dann mit deutschem Untertitel übersetzt. Hello Sam, so we met 2 years ago and the interview has watched a lot of times. So people want to know and want to hear about the Bosnian Pyramid Complex. First of all, I want to ask you a question. Someone wrote to us because of the first interview, and I guess it was too amazing for him to accept what you found in Bosnia, and so he wants to know what is your professionality, why are you able to dig in Bosnia this complex?
Hello, we did meet 2 years ago, and I remember that interview. I'm glad that a lot of people watched that. You said 40 millions. Or 40,000. The Bosnian Pyramid Project is the most exciting project in the field of the archaeology in the world at this moment. Number one, this is interdisciplinary scientific project. There is no archaeological pyramid project in Egypt, Peru, Mexico, China with so much scientific disciplines. Classical sciences, Egyptology, archaeology, geology, pedology, paleontology, satellite screening, thermal images, geophysical scientists, and finally energy experts, electrical engineers, sound engineers, other experts who measure energy phenomena. So I would say never so many different scientists from different fields on one archaeological project. That's the big difference. Number two, this project is open for not only for science, but for energy phenomena. Number three, for the spiritual aspect. And number four, for the healing aspect. Only if we apply knowledge from all four aspects, we will be able to understand comprehensively what the Bosnian pyramids are about. As far as my education, I got more education than most of the academics. First of all, I got 2 college diplomas, half of the third one. I got my master's, my PhD in Mayan civilization. So I learned how to apply scientific methodology, plus my organizational skills, because I've been running my businesses for the last 25 years. When you combine that, you know how to run the big project. The site in Bosnia is the most active archaeological site in the world. Every year, we have tens of experts, we have hundreds of volunteers, we have 35 full-time employees, and we deal with the largest pyramid site in the world. We have at least 5 pyramids, which I named the Bosnian Pyramids of the Sun, Moon, Dragon, Earth, Love. The Sun Pyramid is bigger than the Great Pyramid of Egypt, which is 147 meters, the Sun Pyramid in Bosnia over 220 meters. Under the pyramids in Bosnia, the most extensive underground tunnel network. It goes for tens of kilometers. So never such a vast pyramid site in the world like what we have in Bosnia. They're all covered by soil, vegetation. You need to remove them. Now, of course, I have my association with the American University in Bosnia and Herzegovina. For a couple of years, I was running the Center for Archaeology and Anthropology. Over there, through this center, we were organizing scientific conferences together with our foundation, which is called Archaeological Park Bosnian Pyramid of the Sun Foundation, which is non-profit, non-government organization, who's been running the project. And I established both the center and the foundation. But I'm simply too busy to take on my professorships at the university because I have to run this large project. I have my business in Houston. I do 60 or more lectures every year in 45 cities in 15 to 20 countries. Just in 2015, I wrote 2 books, so I am a very busy man. I do a lot of public lectures, so instead of doing a lot of tedious, small, boring lectures at the university, I have big public lectures, like right now in Munich, we have 400 people, so people can hear what this project is about. It is about changing the way we see the ancient history. What they've been telling us about the pyramids is all wrong. They're saying royal tombs for pharaohs. Wrong. No mummies, no pharaohs, no royal furniture, no hieroglyphic writings, no symbols, no organic materials, no tools, not a single proof. Who, when, how, and why? Egyptologists claiming that pyramids are built for their pharaohs, that's the biggest hoax in science ever. Secondly, Encyclopedia Britannica for Mesoamerican pyramids, South American pyramids, they are saying they were made for rituals, they were made for human sacrifice. Another hoax, except for the Aztecs pyramids who really sacrificed people. All other pyramids, never religious or similar ceremonies. They were very sophisticated energy machines, the oldest pyramids. Those who came later, they were poor replica. In Egypt, the oldest pyramids, huge stone pyramids, limestone, granite, energy machines. Those built by the 12th or 18th dynasty rulers, they were made from the mud brick, very inferior, they are gone. In China, 20 biggest pyramids, sandstone and granite, huge. They could not build them by the Chinese emperors. Those built by Chinese emperors, small, from the mud brick. So obviously the oldest pyramids are the most superior. So somebody brought the knowledge. The Bosnian pyramids bring 7 elements that forever changes our ancient history. The first pyramids in Europe, the biggest on the planet, the most precise orientation to the north on the planet, the best quality concrete that covers the pyramid on the planet, the oldest pyramid on the planet, 34,000 years, the most extensive, the biggest underground tunnel network on the planet, and number 7, the huge ceramic blocks in those tunnels, some of them 1 ton, 4 tons, 8 tons, 40 tons, a technology very advanced. So those elements forever changes what we knew about the ancient history. And not only that, this pyramid complex have ability to change our future for better. We have proved that Bosnian Pyramid of the Sun emits energy beam through the top of the pyramid. That beam is electromagnetic in nature, 28 kilohertz, and ultrasound in nature, 28 kilohertz. Somebody sending messages from this planet to some other, probably solar system. Next thing, energy flow within the pyramid, affecting in a positive way the molecular structure of objects, beings, people. We have noticed that when water is exposed to the Bosnian pyramid energy, it improves its molecular structure. It becomes a healing water. It vibrates much higher. We have noticed that if food is exposed to the pyramid energy, it improves the molecular structure of the food. We notice that if human body is exposed to the pyramid energy, it improves, it enlarges our aura, bioenergy field around our body. If you are in the Bosnian pyramid tunnels because of very high concentration of negative ions, very good for us, killing viruses, bacteria, to these frequencies, electromagnetism, ultrasound, Schumann resonance, 7.83 hertz, all good stuff. We get sick, we go to the tunnels, we get outside, our problem is resolved. People come with the asthma, they cannot breathe, they go to the tunnels, they start breathing well, they go outside, they don't need air pumps anymore.
How long should they be in the tunnels?
2 hours is just enough. People come with a high blood pressure, 220 over 140. After 2-3 visits to the tunnels, 140 over 80. People come with a high sugar in their blood, 10. After visits to the tunnels, drops to 5. From the risky group to the normal group. So something is happening in those tunnels. Negative ions, no cosmic radiations, no natural radioactivity. It's perfectly safe space. You get inside, your body cells don't have enemies, so they can start doing their job. What is their job? To fix the problems in our body, to start the regeneration process, to start the self-healing process. That's why the Bosnian Pyramid Project is the most exciting project, not only in the archaeology, but probably in the world of science at this moment.
Wow. So what are the new discoveries from the last 2 years?
In the last couple of years, We went to many, many more tunnels. Now we can see two civilizations. First, who built the network. Second, who came later, sealed off all the tunnels. They filled them up with the filler material, and then they built drywalls. So what we do, we remove drywalls. They are taking us from the entrance to pyramid, 2.5 kilometers, long way. So we remove the drywalls, and then we remove the filler material manually with the wheelbarrows. That's why we need a lot of people to help us. A lot of volunteers come, and they know they are doing that for the good cause. But the deeper we go, we breathe better and better. It's not logical. Nothing in Bosnia is logical. But in this case, we are getting closer to the pyramid. The vibrational level is getting higher and higher. We go deeper. We become more pure. Its pyramid energy is cleaning us. So it seems that we have to be absolutely, physically, mentally, and spiritually pure in order to get the full benefits of the pyramids. Nobody in the modern science ever came to such conclusions, but through our project. We have also noticed people go to those tunnels exposed to pyramid energies. They got this calm feeling. It seems that this energy balances our physical and spiritual beings. People go in there, they vibrate at higher level. They realize it's not only materialistic world, money, but there is a spiritual also. So they change themselves. They come to volunteer. After 2 weeks they said, hey, we are changed people. When I talk to people who come from Brazil, Peru, and US, and Canada, and Jordan, and Norway, and Germany, and Australia, New Zealand, ask them, why did you come here? They said, we had inner call. When they heard about Bosnian pyramids, it vibrates with them. They're coming from Peru, spending 5,000, whatever, dollars, euros, pounds, Polish zlotas. They go to America, to Amsterdam, to Zagreb, to Sarajevo, spend all their savings. They pay for their accommodation. They work for free. They go home impressed, and they come back next year. So it's becoming the most attractive project in the world. Why? Because there is no secret in our case. People who are like mainstream scientists, when we see what they do, that's a shame. Everything they do, they hide from the people. The knowledge belongs to all of us. You go to Egypt, swing, you can see they are digging in front, in the back, they have wooden pallets, they dig at night. You ask them, what did you find so far? When I asked the Giza director, he said, it is confidential. Why is confidential? The knowledge belongs to all of us, the cultural heritage. I said 10 years ago, this will be the most open project in the world. Non-professionals come. They don't need to be archaeologists or geologists or professors. They just need to have a goodwill to be involved in such important project. So they are part of the discoveries. 10, 20 years from now, they can go to their kids and say, hey, I was there in the beginning. I was helping them. I was part of it. So it's all different. That's why mainstream science does not like us. No secrets. We redefine the pyramids. We change the history. They don't like that. They've been taught from their professors wrong way. They are teaching kids the wrong way. They write books the wrong way. So their PhDs are not good. Their professorships, not good. It's not that they need to add a little paragraph in their books. Oh, by the way, there are pyramids in Bosnia that are oldest. No. When you change the beginning, everything else that follow has to be changed. So they are afraid. If they accept this, they are afraid for their jobs. There is a fear. Our society is based on fear. But what is more important? Their individual fears or collective fears or the truth. We need scientific truth.
So how many volunteers do you have every year?
From 2010 to 2015, in 6 seasons, we have had 2,200 volunteers. They have come from 62 countries and from 6 continents. Never such enthusiasm in the world of the archaeology. People are given the opportunity to be part of such exciting project. There are no secrets. They can go to all places that our archaeologists, geologists, our expert team goes. They help us when we are preparing the archaeological exhibitions. They are involved in all phases. Plus, they are bringing their skills, their knowledge We have experts for forensic, we have biologists, we have paleontologists, we have geologists. So they bring their expertise. They help us understand what we deal with. They help us to understand the water, how the water behaves when it's exposed to pyramid energy. They help us even with the spiritual science. What's happening with our consciousness? It got improved. So basically, we are schooling, we are educating thousands and thousands of people every year. They are going back to their country. We are raising the global consciousness level.
So how much work needs to be done now? Have you opened up all the tunnels, or is all the soil cleaned, or what needs to be done?
The Sun Pyramid is the largest on the planet, the volume at least 3 times bigger than the Great Pyramid of Egypt. We have 2 problems. The first one, when we started the work in 2005, 2006, all the cultural establishment, professors, archaeologists, geologists, anthropologists, museum curators, they were saying there are no pyramids. They signed petition to the government to stop us. We started cleaning the sections. We are finding rectangular blocks. We analyzed them, artificially made concrete. So we were right. 16 archaeological trenches, everywhere is concrete. So now they got afraid. So what they did, they have changed the law, and they claim the whole pyramid to be protected area. Not because of pyramid, because they don't believe in it, but because of very old medieval castle, which used to be on the top. Today it's all in ruins, 20 by 40 meters. We were working 450 meters away. But now the whole pyramid, 400-meter radius, is protected area. They don't let us work, so we can work only at the base of the pyramid. That's the first problem. Second, if we want to clear, theoretically, the whole pyramid, we would need 2,000 people, 5 years, 50 archaeologists, and millions of euros or dollars. We don't have that money. We have a year, our budget is 100,000 euros. 100,000 euros, you can't do much. But with the help of volunteers, we've been doing a lot. So it remains to see how much they're going to allow us to dig and expose there. The tunnels, tens of kilometers. We cleaned 1,600 meters. That's maybe 5% of the whole network, of one level, the upper level. So in 10 years, 1,600 meters, we would need another 20 years to reach the pyramid. But then it seems that we just discovered the second lower level. We have not publicly, said that, so you are the first one to learn about it. So if there is second level, and we know through some Akashic record readers, which is more like spiritual work, and some dowsers, they are telling us it should be the third, maybe even 5 levels. So this is a huge complex. So I would say it would take a lot of efforts, a lot of energy, enthusiasm, and unfortunately money to clean all of that. So I would say another 200 years to get a good picture what we deal with. And by the way, I think that I'm going to live those 200 years to see the completion of the project.
Okay, good. So you have to drink a lot of this water, I guess.
For the pyramids.
Pyramid water. So there are some mysterious stone balls in Bosnia around the pyramid, or where are they, and what is the mystery of this?
The stone balls is another intriguing prehistorical phenomenon. Namely, in southern Costa Rica, there are 398 stone balls, perfectly spherical, from granodiorite, extremely hard granite material. We don't know who made it. There were 2 tribes in Costa Rica, but even today they don't have technology to make them. I mean, you need to shape the sphere with the diamond tools. That's how we do it today, and with the laser equipment. In western Mexico, Piedra Bolas, there are 250 of them from volcanic stones. On Easter Island, in the middle of nowhere, volcanic stone balls. New Zealand, Antarctica, northern Albania, western Serbia, Croatia, and in Bosnia, our non-profit foundation has been registering stone balls on 20 different locations from 3 different materials: sandstone, granite, volcanic stone. So they've been shaped or made. Geologists, when they see one stone ball, they don't have explanations. They said, oh, it's natural. Wind made it. Or volcanic eruptions, they were making only perfectly spherical stone balls. They don't have explanation. Well, what was their purpose? When I went to Sweden, to a location called Shock, there is 2 megalithic circles, shape of letter 8, which is endless flow of energy, in the middle 2 stone balls. I climbed the top of one of them. My aura got measured. Before I entered the circle, my aura was 1 meter. I climbed the top, it was 20 meters. I felt in a couple of minutes it will be 100 meters. I felt I was full of the energy. I was on the top of the world. And then I climbed the tumulus, conical artificial hill, which was on the line of this central stone ball. And my chakras and energy flows through my 7 chakras was measured. My crown chakra was wide open. Again, energy flowing through me. So I realized when you are close to those megalithic sites, megalithic circles, stone balls, pyramids, your aura got extended, energy better flows through your body, and you develop spiritual senses. What are the spiritual senses? Telepathy, exchange the thoughts, telekinesis, the power to bend or to move, teleportation, move through time and space, if you have energy field strong enough, and the biggest pyramids generate such fields. Seeing other people's aura, healing abilities, seeing much more than what you can see through your eyes, hearing much more, spiritual abilities. Ancient people were developing spiritual abilities because with them we are becoming free people. We don't need to fear anything because we know that we live forever. Our soul is forever, our physical body for one use only. But our souls are forever, and you know that you can travel through time, through different space, you can see things, you can heal, so you can last almost forever. Once you do that, then you don't need religious elite, you don't need political elite, you don't need corporate elite to take care of you. You take care of yourself. You're becoming free man and free woman, and that's the base for the free society.
What about like paranormal activities or some measurements in this area? Have you seen or watched or got any results in this area?
Paranormal, behind the normal. I don't see nothing behind the normal. Maybe we can see something which are not used to, which you cannot read in the newspapers and the mainstream controlled media. But what we can see there are such beautiful things. We can see people changing. We can see global consciousness rising. We can see happy people with so many positive feelings. When they come to Bosnia, they are still in chaotic states because they are coming from their countries which are all oriented to the money and materialistic stuff and accumulating technological gadgets, iPhones, TVs, laptop. It's not about that. Life is about being happy and satisfied and live in harmony with the nature, live in the balance with your physical and spiritual senses. And this place in Bosnia is exactly doing that. So the pyramids are showing us a way.
I asked because there is a video showing these orbs flying around.
In the last 10 years, we have filmed and photographed more than 10,000 times a phenomenon called orbs. Orbs are perfectly spherical lights. It seems that they are more than lights, they are more like light beings with the intelligence. We have noticed that those spherical lights of different sizes, very small to like 35, 40 centimeters in radius, they always go when there is some action in tunnels. If you are putting wooden support, if the guide is bringing tourist groups, they are going around the guides, it was like they are listening to him, meaning they are intelligent because the guide is the one who talks, who gesticulates, who leads the groups. It seems that they are very joyful, they like to see what's going on. It seems that they are rather supportive because we have never had any problems with them. People feel very relaxed with them. We cannot see them, but we can see them through our camera. So I would say if our eyesight is a little bit bigger range, then we could see much richer world around us. Orbs are one of the entities. Who knows how many more let's call them spiritual entities. But we can see only so much. We can hear only so much, from 10 hertz to 20 kilohertz. We cannot hear 21 or 25 or 30 kilohertz. That's ultrasound. Animals can hear. We can measure. So if we could hear more, we could see more, we would see entirely different world around us.
And in the past, it must have been an entirely different world, because we now do not really understand what the purposes were, and it will be very surprising, I guess, what the next years will bring.
People come to our site, so we can see scientific aspects, we can see energy aspects. And then people come around those ceramic blocks. They open their hands, they can feel energy going through their hands. So now all of a sudden, some of the spiritual senses are coming back. A long time ago, we were all able to feel, for example, positive spots or negative spots. Today, if there is underground water flow, we know it's negative for us. So we don't keep our bed there, otherwise we're going to get sick. Now, when we see our cats always go where the negative energy is. That's why in the ancient Egypt, cat was a holy animal, because it was showing them where not to go. On the other hand, dogs always go to the positive spot. If dog goes somewhere, he sits or he lays, you can go ahead and lay there also. Long time ago, we had those abilities also, but nobody teaches us about them anymore. And the best way to teach about those abilities, close to the pyramids, megalithic sites, stone balls. They keep us in this educational system, they limit our senses so they can keep us controlled. That's very unfortunate. So I would say, if we could open ourselves a little bit more, like people who comes to Bosnia, tens of thousands of people every year from so many different countries, all of a sudden they feel the change. Everybody should feel the change, and everybody should have a smile on their faces.
Now, what do you think? These pyramids are all around the world, and we have spoken about some other things which occur on every continent. Have there been different builders, or have they all been connected? What's your guess?
I make entirely different classification than our scientists, Encyclopedia Britannica, and other false sources. My classification: you have original pyramids, which are oldest, biggest, and the most superior, and then they are actually energy amplifiers, energy machines. And you have those pyramids which are more recent, they are smaller, they are inferior, they are built from mud bricks or from very inferior materials, and they don't have energy properties. So, if you look the biggest one, and the oldest, in Egypt, in China, in Bosnia, in Mexico, you can see that this knowledge has been brought from somewhere. Maybe much more spiritual people who are able to get the knowledge. Now we need to make a distinction between term spiritual. In my case, spiritual does not have anything to do with the religious or religion, or you go to encyclopedia, religious songs, religious ceremony. No. Spiritual meaning seeing and feeling beyond our physical world, using spiritual senses, so seeing and feeling much, much more. So, if you can see much more, then you can get the knowledge from different spiritual dimensions, the knowledge that can help you to shape, to transport, to build, to learn about the frequencies, what the best frequencies are for us, to learn about ultrasound, electromagnetism, orgone energy. The ancients had the ability. Were they humans, Homo sapiens sapiens? I don't know. I don't have written records. Were they extraterrestrials? I don't know. I don't have those records. Were they inner terrestrials from inside, hollow, planet? I don't know either. Were they some spiritual beings from other dimensions? They were vibrating higher than us. It's possible. As a scientist, but open-minded scientist, I have to stay open for different options, but only when I got exact hard data, I can say, yes, these were the builders.
You are a scientist as he should be.
I think the future of the science is in combining what we call today physical science and spiritual science. Physical science, the problem with those guys, when they come to the wall, they're not creative. They don't know what to do next. They're not getting hints from spiritual world. In our case, for example, we are going through the tunnels, we can see those megaliths. And then dowsers were coming with the dowsing rods or pendulum looking for the water. They said, okay, this block is exactly above underground water flow. Other block, underground water. So when 10 dowsers tell you that, so you know that they are right. You don't need to dig because you know that you are getting information from different dimension. So physical science comes here, they don't have answers, they stop. But then we have to be careful how to use the knowledge from spiritual science. You have so many people today, America, Europe, everywhere, channeling. Some people are channeling information from the Pleiades star system, from Orion, from angels, from archangels, from spiritual entities. That's all fine. I respect everyone. How can we verify those information? If I could have 5 guys who claim they are getting information from star system Pleiades, let me ask them the same questions at different times. They don't know me, they don't know each other, they don't know what other people said. And if I compare 5 statements, I find out that they are complementary, then I will say, yes, this is good hint, good idea. So you combine the two, the knowledge from physical and spiritual world, and you are getting the best way forward. So now we have this Bosnian pyramid complex. It's in southern Europe. How can people from Germany come to Bosnia, get informed, get support to project, or, well, it's very easy. We are in Munich. Munich airport, direct flight to Sarajevo, 1 hour. From Sarajevo to Visoko, 30 minutes. In 1 hour and 30 minutes, you can help yourself scientifically, energetically, spiritually, or you got some disease from the healing aspects also. So,
365 days a year?
This is the only project, the only archaeological site in the world which is open 365 days. New Year's Day, Christmas, you name it. So, we take this stuff very seriously. We know people want to come, they come at different times, we are always ready for them. They want to spend the night, they can spend the night.
How about the volunteers? Do they work the whole year?
The volunteers, usually we have organized programs in June, July, August, September, when it's nice weather. In order to work on the Sun Pyramid, you don't want muddy, rain, snow, minus 15. In the tunnels, we can work 12 months because the temperature is always the same, 12 degrees. Humidity the same, breathing, always the same. So it's always very good. People can even come during the year to the tunnels to help us, but the best way is when we have our archaeologists and geologists permanently on the site, and that's June, July, August, and September. So, volunteers during the summer. Then we organize certain travel packages, tours and conferences. 3 of them, grand tours, I host for the spring equinox, March 14-21, 2016. Spring solstice, June 14-21, 2016. September's conference, September 3-10, 2016. I bring co-hosts, we do yoga, we visit all these sites, the Moon Pyramid, the Tumulus in Ratnica, stone balls, megalithic sites, we meditate, we talk scientifically, we talk spiritually. The Bosnian Pyramids is the place where science and spirituality meets. I mean, there is always something for everyone, or everything is for everyone. So people come, some of them skeptics, they go home very happy. They have such beautiful experiences. We don't try to convince anyone to anything. We just share information with them. And they realize, yes, this is the proper way. They want to come, they're welcome. www.bosnianpyramid.org. Bosnian Pyramid, one word, .org. They can find our travel packages, they can find our experts talking about the pyramids, they can find impressions from the tourists, all the positive stuff. On our website, there are no negative news. You go to CNN, ZDF, very negative news. Fire, refugees, wars, bomba. No. Humans are for the positive stuff. But it's just that those who manipulate with us, they keep us in fear constantly. We are changing that in a nice, sophisticated way.
And I thank you for that, for your work, and wish you all the best for the future.
All right. Thank you for the interest. Everybody is welcome.